The morning began like any other, with sunlight streaming through the curtains and a calm quiet in the air, but something deep in my gut felt off. I chalked it up to nerves, brushed it aside. After all, it was a big day. We were headed to a wedding. Lisa's sister was getting married, and the celebration was set in a stunning countryside estate, where soft sunlight filtered through lush trees and flowers bloomed in full color. The scene looked like something out of a dream. Guests moved gracefully across the grounds, dressed in their best. Lisa wore a burgundy dress that turned heads, her hair curled just right, her smile effortlessly lighting up the space. We posed for pictures, chatted with family, and I tried to focus on the joy of the day. That lingering sense of unease, though, it didn't go away. The ceremony was as perfect as one could imagine. Her sister beamed with joy, her vows drawing tears and smiles alike. It felt like a moment frozen in time, full of beauty and promise. When we moved to the reception hall, everything shimmered with elegance. Chandeliers cast a warm glow over tables adorned with candles and white roses. Jazz music played in the background, and the energy of laughter and dancing filled the room. I tried to relax, sip a drink, and take it all in, but slowly, the feeling in my chest worsened. Lisa started to pull away, not physically at first, but in small, telling ways. She kept checking her phone, stepped outside more than once, and typed quickly, her eyes darting around as if hiding something. At first, I told myself she was just overwhelmed. Maybe the event was too much. But then I saw something that shattered my denial. Across the room, near the bar, Lisa was talking to a man I didn't recognize. He was sharply dressed, wore an easy smile, and leaned into her space like they shared a secret. My stomach tightened. They were close, too close. Her hand touched his arm. They laughed together in a way I hadn't heard from her in months. It was a kind of laughter that carried lightness, intimacy, a version of her I no longer knew. My thoughts spiraled. Memories came rushing back. The late nights at work, the texts she hid, the missed dinners. I stood there, still, numb, hoping I was wrong. But the moment I feared most came too soon. He leaned in, and she didn't flinch. Their lips met, brief, deliberate, unmistakable. And just like that, the world around me disappeared. The music, the laughter, the lights, they all became noise in the background of a truth I couldn't ignore. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream. I simply turned away and walked out into the night. The garden outside was silent, moonlight casting long shadows across the path. I reached for my phone and called the one person I knew I could trust. On the drive home, the image played again and again in my mind. Her smile, his hand, that kiss. It was over. Everything we built had crumbled in a single moment. When I got home, I didn't wait. I packed a bag, just the essentials. Clothes, toothbrush, a few personal items. Then I sent her a message. 3 words. I'm done. I didn't explain. I didn't rage. I just ended it. She tried to reach me in the days that followed. Dozens of messages. Missed calls. One night, she showed up at my apartment. Her face was pale, eyes red and swollen, hands clutching a bouquet like it could fix something. She started to speak, words spilling out about mistakes, confusion, how she still loved me. I stood there, letting her say what she needed. And when she was finished, I gave her the truth. You didn't just break my heart, I said. You broke everything. Trust, loyalty, the picture of who we were. I can't look past it. She cried harder, begged for another shot. But I'd already let go. Some damage can't be undone. Love doesn't survive in the absence of trust. She chose her path, and I chose mine. Time passed. I focused on healing, leaned on friends, picked up the pieces of myself I'd lost in that relationship. I hiked. I painted. I remembered what it felt like to breathe without tension. I realized that walking away wasn't giving up. It was choosing myself. Months later, she reached out again, said she'd changed, said she was ready to fight for what we had. But I didn't answer. I didn't need to. I had found peace, learned my worth, and moved forward. That night at the wedding was the worst pain I've ever felt. But it also gave me the clarity I needed. In losing her, I found myself. And when she came asking for one last chance, I finally had the strength to say no.